What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So really quickly before I get into the video, you can tell my cheek is once again kind of swollen. A few weeks ago it was already like that on the other side. This time I've had my wisdom teeth removed on the other side today, so that's why it kind of looks like that. It's probably gonna look way worse tomorrow even, but yeah, you know, a week of recovery time and then I'm finally all done. It had to happen for some reason, it sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, today what I actually want to talk about, of course, PlayStation VR came out. Now, I've been excited about VR for such a long time already. It's kind of been a dream I've had since a kid. I really play games for the immersion, you know. I just love having the feeling like I'm actually in the certain world that I'm playing in, you know what I mean? And VR for that, I just feel like it's the next step. So today, I myself received my own PlayStation VR headset, which I bought. You know, of course it's an expensive purchase, but at the same time I feel like, you know, if this is something that I want, I gotta support it, and I'm just so excited about it that I wanted to really get it day one. And this video is pretty much going to be my day one review, my first impressions of what I thought so far of the device. So yeah, let's simply, I guess, get into that. I'll start off really quickly just talking about the unboxing, because that's what everybody's talking about anyway. You know, it's the first thing you'll do, right? The moment you unbox your own device, you will notice there's lots of cables coming with it. You probably already know that, but I would simply say be prepared to have lots of cables, from HDMI to proprietary ones to power cables. You even have this new device, this mini little PS4 processing unit that comes with it, that goes in between your TV and your PS4, that's laying around in your room. And me myself being a YouTuber with already a giant PC and microphone and Elgato gaming capture setup, the amount of cables is already crazy here, and this just added a whole bunch of it more to it. So simply be prepared for your room to be a mess, because yeah, these cables and the, you know, sort of positions that they have to be at, it's pretty much unavoidable to get them going through the entire room. It is what it is, it sucks. But you know, the actual device itself, I mean, it's the most weighing, I think, virtual reality headset that's out there compared to the Vive and the Oculus. But it's also, I feel, probably, you know, from what I've heard and from what I've experienced so far, very comfortable. I really like how it's so easy to just, you know, basically you can just expand it by pulling it like that. Put it on your head, you actually adjust the unit itself, you know, without adjusting this basically, so you can just pull this in and out, you know. I can better show it like that, I guess. You can just pull it in and out towards you. It's really nice and comfortable, to the point where I've been playing for a few hours now today, and I had no issues whatsoever with the thing feeling heavy on my head or something. I feel like that's in any way not an issue at all. It really is super comfortable. It's nice how, you know, the quality of the device is great. I feel, sure, it can get blurry around the edges, and if you really focus on it, it's not super sharp, but it's a nice 1080p OLED display. Games look great on it, run great. Every game I've played so far has been at least, you know, the 60 frames that they promised, so all around, I've just experienced a nice, smooth experience. Also, it's great how, if you want to play an actual normal game that's not PSVR supported, you just play it via this cinema mode. What you get is, when you wear the headset, you see this big screen in front of you, like you would for a YouTube video or for your normal TV screen. This nice wide screen in front of you, like you're sitting in a cinema or something. And then you can still, you know, browse through the menu or play a game that's not PSVR that way. But if you are, of course, playing a PSVR game, it will be all around you, basically. The field of view is very large, I would say. It's maybe not as large as the other devices from what I've heard, but it's just not something I really noticed. Like, so far it's been great looking around me and stuff. It's this amazing experience where it feels like you're legitimately there, and that's what I'll get into in a bit with my family trying it out, I guess. I'll quickly talk to you about the games I played so far. I've played 6 games so far. I'm expecting more to come tomorrow, actually, that will be arriving here at my house. So yeah, I'm still waiting for that. Many of the things I played came from the demo disc. There are 3 games I played that I wasn't very excited about, 3 games that I did really like. The 3 games I was not very impressed by are, first of all, Thumper. Not because it's a bad game, that's basically this rhythm game. It's the first thing I tried out immediately, but it's this game that's about this, you know, as I said, rhythm game. Kind of audio surf style. It's this big track in the middle, and you gotta basically tap the buttons on the rhythm, right, that they tell you. But the thing is, there's not anything happening around you, so the fact that VR was added to it, the only thing it adds is that you can look around you, but you won't really see much there. It really is about that middle section of the level all the time. So that's why VR doesn't really add too much to that, so it wasn't too great. I played Valkyrie, which I heard many impressive things about. I was not too much into that one yet, but that's just the demo I played. I'm getting the full game tomorrow most likely. It's really nice when you get into the actual spaceship and you can look around you and you just see that you're actually sitting in this big spaceship with these controls and stuff and watching your body. It's kind of a crazy feeling. You can hold the controller right in front of you and you see it there in the game, and it's unreal in a way. It feels like completely crazy that that's actually what's going on. But the game itself, I just didn't have too much fun with it, but I only played 10 minutes, so I just gotta play way more of that, I guess, to really get into it. And the third game I wasn't a fan of was Driveclub VR. At first, once again, great experience because I got into my car, I could look all around me, also behind me and stuff, and you just see the entire car there. It's this weird experience. It's just, as I said, crazy like that. But the bad thing about it was that I just got sick very easily. Literally 2 minutes into the game, 2 minutes into my first race, I was feeling nauseous as hell. It's what I was most afraid of beforehand because I very easily get car sick myself. And you know, with a game like this, I heard that the frame rate is not the best for Driveclub VR. It just needs a better frame rate for the amount of motion that's going on. You're constantly turning corners and making crazy movements, so it's very much needed to have a really high frame rate. But at the same time, I feel like that game in general is just not simply, it's too fast. It really causes you to get sick very easily. So I wasn't a big fan of that one, but I'm also getting it sent to me by Sony hopefully very soon. So I will be trying a bit more of that. The 3 games that I did really like a lot were, first of all, Headmaster. It's this typical football kind of game. Played it with my brother, he's a big football fan, where you're just trying to head balls into the goal. It's nice because you don't need a controller or anything for it. You're just standing up, using or just having the headset on, and then you know, yeah, just watching these balls react to your movement in a way like that and seeing if they can actually hit the goal. It was super fun to play. PSVR Worlds came with this, of course, this underwater demo that you've probably all seen, where normally the shark attacks you. This was kind of a different demo. You were just sitting in a cage, looking around you, and watching a lot of different fish swim by, I guess. I've been to the zoo recently where they had this big ocean section where basically you're walking into this massive tunnel where it's all see-through all around you and you can just see water basically yeah, around you, as I said, with many different fish swimming around. So that's a nice experience, and I feel like here with PSVR Worlds, what I got there, it was very similar in a way. It doesn't beat the real deal, of course, but it was super similar and very cool. Just this nice little sit-back experience where you're sitting there for 5 or 10 minutes looking and just having a blast that way, you know what I mean? But just by the sheer amount of beautiful things that's happening all around you. The last, I guess, kind of thing I played that I want to talk about that was absolutely the best thing I played on PSVR so far, and I really did not expect it because I'm not a big fan of superheroes and stuff, but Batman Arkham VR was great. It was so great that 10 minutes in I decided to quit and keep it for a stream because it was simply too good, you know, to miss out for a first experience to stream that, you know what I mean? It was great. I won't spoil it because it is story driven in a way as well, so far it has been at least, and you know, just the first scene immediately where there's people around you that come so up close to you where you legitimately feel like they're there, and in a way sometimes it even scares you because they're getting awfully close to you in a way, you know what I mean? And it was supposed to be like that. It really got these emotions to come forward where you just felt scared in a way, and they do some other cool things like you just look at your belt, you can grab this batarang or something I think it's called, this throwing knife, and you throw it at certain projectiles the whole time. Super cool. Watching yourself in a mirror with the PS Move controllers that you can move, and you actually see Batman reacting to it like you are actually Batman, you know. It really is crazy, and that's what I gotta talk about, is that I had my family try it out, and especially my dad. He just couldn't believe this was real. He couldn't believe this existed, that something like this happened. Normally he isn't a big fan about games, and when I ask him to come watch a certain game I'm playing, he's cool with it, he'll watch it, but he's not into it to the point where he wants to actually, or he's the one that comes to me to watch something, you know what I mean? This time when I told him to come check Batman out, for example, after he had already played some of the other ones, which he was super excited about, it got to the point where he initially said, yeah, I only have 10 minutes, okay, show me really quickly. He just stayed around to watch the reactions of all my family members trying it out. We've all been playing it the first 10 minutes of it because of how great it was and how much we enjoyed it. So once again, this great thing, my family is also completely crazy about it, and I know this is going to be a big mainstream thing where the more people that are going to try it, the more people are going to be excited about it, you know. So concluding, my first experience with PlayStation VR has been really great. I would say at the same time, to kind of keep it real, it's an exhausting experience. It's not where this is gonna replace what's already there with the PS4. I'm still very much looking forward to just playing games on my TV as well. I think PlayStation VR is gonna be this thing where you're gonna be playing it for 1 or 2 hours a day or something, next to the normal gaming you do, and you'll have a blast all the time. It's something new, something fresh. Really, you know, one of the newest experiences I've kind of had in just years, you know what I mean? And I'm very excited about it. I can't wait. Hopefully this thing is going to be successful, and then there's just going to be more and more big games being made for it that will simply be awesome to play with this. So with that being said, you know, my full review will be coming up in a very short bit, so stay tuned for that, probably in a week or something from now when I've had time to put more time into it basically. So yeah, I want to know from now, you know, your experience with PlayStation VR. Have you tried it out yet? Did you get it? Or are you waiting? Are you not getting it at all? What's your stance towards VR? What has been your favorite game so far if you did try it out, or any other VR game? So yeah, just let me know that. And then for now, I hope you enjoyed these day one, this day one review, first impressions. So with that being said, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.